What's going on? Good evening, everyone. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight to our Lake Okeechobee event recap. We're going to be diving in here and talking to some. Right now, we got Robert Phillips and Sam Burke in the backstage here. But tonight, we're going to be, breaking down Lake Okeechobee and everything that went right for these two anglers. And if anyone else from there that pops on the backstage, we'll bring them up as well. But we're also going to be covering some things, AOI. We're going to be covering some the top 26 challenge, and also going a little bit into depth on potential opportunity to fish an event kind of up in the north that we've been working on kind of in the back a little bit. Sam said he mentioned it a little bit at the award ceremony. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper into that. And then I'm going to do a quick reveal at the end of this of our 2025/2026 championship trophy. We're going to kind of show you guys what that's going to look like and what you guys are going to be fishing for on Lake Toho come September. So it's pretty cool. We're really excited about it, and it's something that we've never done before. A trophy that we've never really, we've never did. We've always done the catch style trophies, but this is taking it a step bigger there. So we're excited about that opportunity. So again, it's going to be kind of a short, sweet, to the point. I'm by myself tonight. We have Todd, who's traveling. Our condolences go out to him and his family as they're attending some things up in the north in Tennessee. And then we got Sean, who has been, kind of submersed with work tonight. So he's not going to be able to hop on. He may hop on a little bit later, but I told him no worries. I think I can handle it here in talking with these guys. So again, there's a lot going on in the background. I'm going to see who's on here already. We got Harrelson hopped on and Mr. David Myers. What's going on? Thanks for dropping that in the chat. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is, again, this is all about Lake Okeechobee and the guys and gals that went out there and absolutely crushed it. Again, this has been a historic year for us in the FKBT from an angler standpoint. We've had over 100 inches caught in 3 out of the 4 events that we've had so far. So the winner of those 3 events have breached that 100-inch mark, which is, what we expect. But it hasn't really been something that's been accomplished as often or as frequently as we might have thought. So we're going to bring on Mr. Robert Phillips and Sam Burke. We're going to bring them to the stage here. What's going on, gentlemen?
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. What's going on, guys? How's your guys' week going so far?
Not bad. It's a good week. I didn't get any fishing in this week, but yeah, it's a little cold now here.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, man. What about you, Sam?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Transition into a new role at work, so I got a lot going on.
Nice, man. Well, I appreciate you taking the time, both of you guys taking your time out of the day to hop on and kind of talk about the event. One, love to recognize those anglers that are going out there and competing. Sam Burke, last year he went on a tear. He doing really well there. So, you're picking up where you left off too. Was it last year or the year before? I think it was last year.
Last year I got on a little hot streak. Yeah.
Yep. Both with us and Bass, if I'm not mistaken, right? It was both trails there. So, super excited to be able to bring you guys on and talk to you. I know you guys probably have seen Robert around. He fished with us the first 2 years. I think last year you took some time off and
took a lot of time off last year. Yeah.
Yep. And now you're back, man. So we're excited. So what we're going to do is I'm going to talk with you first, Robert, and I see we got Mr. Oakley here too in the stage. We'll bring him up as well, but we'll talk with, actually, was it Robert that was third?
I was third. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll start with you and then we'll work our way down to first place if that's okay with you guys.
That's Be fine with me.
All right, Robert, I'll let you kind of introduce yourself. Then I got a couple questions for you, and then we'll continue to move on.
Hey, I'm Robert Phillips. I go by Bobby. Most people call me Bobby. I live right here in Lake Wells, so I've got a lot of major lakes right around me that are good fishing. So Okeechobee, normally I know where to fish. I fish a lot of Redman, a lot of Bass Nation, and ABAs and all that down there. So end up pre-fishing on Wednesday, caught a lot of smalls, went out of Moorhaven. So I decided what I do is, go out of Harney Pond and go directly down to Monkey Box. Well, I never made it to Monkey Box. I started the day off just picking up a jig and a topwater bait. Topwater had a lot of success on. It was the new American Bait Works. It's a soft-bodied, not a frog, but it's like a jerk bait, soft body jerk bait, and it has a prop on it. So it did a lot of good work there, and then of course the jig and the trailer, it caught most of my fish. Caught a couple on a swim jig or swim bait.
Awesome.
Other than that, we fought all day long. Had a lot of fish being caught. Caught close to 50 at least.
Really?
So.
Well, it seems like I think we were talking a little bit before this. Is last weekend was the perfect weekend because I guess you guys are getting a cold front to come through, or cold snap coming down there this weekend, which could probably have a pretty big impact on those fish out there. So
worked out for you guys a little bit, yeah. Until we get the sun back.
Yeah. So big plans you got? Are you fishing the? You're also competing in the Bass South region, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So how has that been going with you guys? Your next event is on. Where are you guys fishing at next?
Where's the next one?
I put you on the spot. I actually had the schedule I had the schedule. I should have pulled that up. But yeah, you've been competing in boat trails and doing pretty well.
I would like to redo Lake Orange if I could.
Yeah.
It didn't go so well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that lake has been getting hit pretty hard too with a lot of the other tournament trails, and not only the kayakers, but a lot of the boat tournament series too go out of there a lot. So
I've had a lot of electronic problems this year with my motor and all that. I do have a new boat or new kayak that I will be putting out there as soon as I get it totally built. I did buy it like the second XTR here in Polk County.
Oh, you did?
I just been slowly building it. So,
that's right. You went out to the Action Water Sports there in Lakeland, and I remember seeing that. I was curious if you were even fishing out of that yet, because
not yet.
Really?
I'm buying the parts and putting it together now.
Okay, awesome. Well, hey, I know Sean has been fishing out of that thing and absolutely loves it, and I believe Harrelson just got into it as well, got one as well, and is fishing out of it, and they seem to really enjoy it. So I'm sure you will as well.
Well, the Old Town Autopilot 136, it's a big barge. It's not fast.
Yeah.
But I can do a lot of heavy water with it. You get these wind storms and all that, rain and all that.
Yeah.
I have no problem. I can go out there even with 2-foot swells, 3-foot swells.
Yeah.
Out of it.
With the autopilot?
With the autopilot, right. I love the boat. I've had it for almost 5 years now.
Yeah. No, I think you were fishing. You were fishing out of that boat when we fished the KBF championship on Kentucky Lake, right? It's the same boat.
Yep. Yeah. Same boat. I fished with the KAF before this club came along and fished out of the Old Town.
Yeah, no, that was my first kayak I ever fished out of. Was the AP 120 and I loved it. It was just the motor and being in underneath the hole. It was kind of getting caught up with grass and all that.
Oh yeah.
It was a pain for me fishing some of the lakes we were fishing. So it's a good kayak, the most stable kayak, and they have some of the best plastic that I never had any issues with any cracks or anything. So
I haven't. I do have a Hobie PA 14 if anybody's looking for one. I got an Old Town MK 106 if anybody's looking for one.
Well, you starting your own little kayak shop over there.
I got 4 boats. My wife told me I got to get rid of at least 2 of them.
Hey, well, I'm sure you posted on our Facebook page or somewhere. I'm sure it'll get picked up for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
So not sure if the Hobie and all that, just because of. I mean, I think they're getting better. I'm not gonna say anything.
Well, I got one
I
of the
think with
older
them,
models. I think I got a 2020 model.
I had a 2017 or 2015, and that thing was a tank. I wish I never got rid of that dang thing. It was the PA-14. It was awesome. I think that one of our club members still fishes out of it to this day. So,
Well,
yeah, I
once
missed that.
COVID hit, Hobie, they went to the cheaper pellets, and
Yeah.
they've had problems.
Yeah. I think I think it should be turning around with them coming back, and I think Cabela's or Bass Pro bought them. So.
Bass Pro, yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Well, Bobby, I really appreciate you guys coming out. I know we have a long history. We've fished against one another and with one another for a while. So,
Yeah.
hey, I know last year you kind of took that year off, and when I saw your name pop up on one of the registration boards earlier on in the year, I was like, heck yeah, he's coming back out. So I'm glad to see you're out on the water. Hopefully everything's going well with you and your family. So.
Well, my mother-in-law passed away, and that's what took me away from a lot of fishing last year. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear about that for sure. That's losing family members is not fun.
No,
That's
not easy.
Yeah. Yeah. Nope, it is not. Trust me, I know all about that. That's where I just came back from Florida for that, or from Georgia. So hate cancer is a terrible thing. So
Yes, it is.
So yeah, but Bobby, I appreciate you. I'm going to keep you on here as we make our way to Robert over to Sam. So Robert, sorry I pulled you on here. So how are you doing?
Good, man. Good. Just got home.
Just got home from work?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you were able to hop on and spend some time
Yeah,
with us.
man.
And this is an opportunity for you guys, to talk and to kind of tell us a little bit about your day. So I'll kind of turn the floor over to you, let you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you and your day on Lake Okeechobee.
I'm Robert Oakley. I live in Sarasota, Florida. I stayed north. I went as far as I could north because I figured the whole lake's pressured. I think they had Bassmasters Elite on there. They had the Rollins Martin tournament on there. I think they had another one too, but I practiced the canal. Really didn't get nothing. I left there at 11 for practice and went to the spot I went to. I just don't know the ramp.
Yeah.
And I got an 8-pounder right off the bat off a white chatterbait. So I left that spot alone because I got another small fish off of it. And I went to another spot and I started catching fish off the white fluke. So I started getting fish there. So I left it alone. And so I had that planned. And then when it was tournament time, it was just totally different. They wouldn't hit the chatterbait. Nothing white they would hit. No fluke, no Cinco or nothing.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I went to that first spot where I got that 8-pounder and I didn't get nothing out of it. So I left and went to my second spot, which is about 15 minutes away. And I saw the birds come down and then I seen some bait fish running from something. So I knew something was up over there. And I actually threw a dark colored, it's like a black blue speed worm. And I missed the target I was throwing by like 10 feet. And I was like, oh, that's ridiculous. So I started reeling that sucker in. Man, that thing came and just killed it. So,
really?
Yeah. So I figured they didn't want it slow. They wanted to chase something.
Yeah.
So I got that fish in, and then all of a sudden bait start hitting the top of the water. I threw over there, and right when it hit the water, he nailed it. So I got like 2 or 3 out of that. And they stayed in the same stretch, about a 30-yard stretch. I just had problems with the crappie guys coming with the pontoons.
Yeah.
They see me coming that way, but they'll still dive in there right in the bush.
Yeah, those northern crappie fishermen, man, they hold no bar there, man. They'll get right up on top of you.
Yeah, they will. They see you coming. If they got a spot, that's where they're going. They don't care.
Absolutely. That was the problem with us when we fished it 2 years ago. I mean, they were throwing these little feather jig minnows down right there next to you, and they're catching 3, 4, 5 pounders right behind your kayak. So, but I mean, it worked out for you. I mean, you ended up with 97 1/4 inches for your total there, and your biggest fish was just a 1/4 inch shy of big bass there. So, I mean, I think you made a post on Facebook where you were like, I was this close from being having big bass as well, which you were as close as you could get.
I caught that one about an hour to go. I think right when you shut it off. And then I
Yeah,
caught another upgrade like 15 minutes to lines in. It's like 2:45, I think, something like that.
Yeah. Well, so I think looking back at this, we had Robert or Bobby at 97 inches, and then we had you at 97 and a quarter. So that was a close
Yeah.
little fight between second and third there. Did you try pinching the tail, Robert, and trying to get it to that?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
tried.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was looking at it. I'm like, man, could you have worked it a little bit and got it there? So
No, I went back through every picture I had too, just trying to gain that quarter, whatever inch.
I believe both of you guys had a 21 and 3/4.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yep.
Well, both of you guys had what I would consider a very, very, very good day out there on Lake Okeechobee. And you said for you, Robert, what was the number one bait that you used out there, if you don't mind sharing?
Most of my fish came off a jig.
Jig, and then what about you, Robert?
Mine was a speed worm in the Cinco, mostly the speed worm.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've been in Florida. When I lived in Florida, I think I can count on one hand how many times I threw a speed worm. Maybe one time. So, but you would think watching Chris Mitchell and everyone else talking about how a speed worm or a jig or whatever works in Florida, you'd pick it up. But that's just, that's not someone else. That's not my forte. So, but I'm glad it works for you guys.
Yeah. I couldn't get it to hit in practice, but I got it to hit it when it counted. So whatever it takes.
Hey, that's all that matters, man. You got it where it takes. You guys both got valuable points, right? So both around 107 and a quarter and 107 inches there are points towards AOI, which was pretty crucial, especially for you, Robert. I know you're curious at where you were at, so it helped boost you up a couple spots in that AOI race, because the way that we have it structured this year is, based off of what the angler produces in the tournament. And if you get a limit, you're rewarded with the 10 extra points, which, it's something you were trying. Let me get your guys' thoughts on that. What are your guys' thoughts on how AOI points are calculated? Do you like it based off of a position like it has been in years past, or based off of your total number of inches and a reward if you got a limit?
I like it the way you got it set up this year. I think it actually gives the best fisherman and the one that's out there working the hardest to get it.
Right. Okay. That was my thought process behind it. What about you, Robert?
Yeah, I feel the same.
Yeah.
I like it the way it is now.
Sam, what's your thoughts on it?
When a place fish is real tough and someone just has a mega day, I think it can kind of make it real hard for anybody to stay in it. But I've never seen it play all the way through, so I don't really know.
Yeah, and and the great thing about the club, right, is we have the autonomy to kind of try new things and be creative. And our whole mission and vision that from the guys that help me run this thing is, trying to test and challenge what other clubs aren't doing to try to see what the results are. I'm a huge data guy. I like to see numbers and like to see how things play out. And at the end of the day, I keep a lot of statistics on number of fish caught, the time of the year, how many limits are caught and all that stuff. And it took us about 3 years. We thought about this early on, but we're like, let's give it 3 years and kind of see what the numbers look like. And then when it comes down to it, we can play around with it and see how we can be unique in rewarding AOI. You brought up a good point, Sam, is it can kind of get it can kind of make it difficult for folks who have a bad day on a tough fishery, and reward those that end up having a good day. I'm curious, but I love getting your guys' input, because at the end of the day, we want the club to be ran in a way that makes people want to fish it, and them having 1 or 2 or 3 bad events, we don't want them to think that they're totally out of it. We kind of did a give or take where AOI, we believe that AOI should reward the angler, like, Bobby had said, that is the most consistent, right, who puts in the work. And if you look at the AOI points that I'll bring up here I color coordinated it, right? It paints that picture very clear for you. If you catch a limit, right? Each event, you're going to find yourself up there in that top portion of the AOI points. And if those limits are high, like Blake Abbey, he's been consistently catching decent sized bags each event. It could eventually or potentially become a runaway if he keeps being that consistent. You know what I mean?
And I do believe one probably you'd have to get rid of the worst one at least, because like you said, Sam said, I mean, everybody's going to have at least one bad day. Most of the time, it's probably 3 or 4.
I'm gonna make a note of that. I keep a running note I keep notes based off of that. So I'm actually gonna type that into our suggestion. I keep a suggestion roll. I ask these questions not to fall on deaf ears. I take notes for it. So. And
you also got people that have funerals and stuff like that might miss a tournament. So
Yeah. No. Again,
but I still think it's a better system.
The point system. Okay, so the way the points are awarded, you guys think is good, but the fact that it's every event, maybe there could be some flexibility as far as like maybe getting rid of one event versus counting all 6, and then we're still double the championship. What have you? We'll keep that, but okay. No, I ask these questions because I want your guys' feedback, and I don't always have the same people on the live, so I like to get everybody's up and honest feedback. We're adults, right? So if you tell me it sucks, I'm not going to go and bash you. It is what it is. I mean, we'll get better hopefully as we continue to build the club. So I appreciate that. So Robert, did you go? Who were you with? Did you go with your partner in crime?
Yeah, Ryan.
You did. You had right. We got 2 Roberts on here. I'll go Bobby for you, and then I'll go. Okay. So you had Ryan with you?
Yeah.
I didn't even see how did he end up doing?
Let
me see. He was 7th. He was top 10 as well. Yeah, he had a 21 3/4 as well. So you guys fish together like you are around the same area?
No, not almost same area, but not in the same spots. He was a little bit off. He came close once or twice, but that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good, man. I know you guys kind of travel. Y'all are travel partners, so y'all run around and y'all reach out to me and stuff, which I appreciate. And I'm glad that you guys, both of you, when you come out and fish, you guys generally do pretty good. And you finally, is this your first top 2 or top 3? I think you won one last year, didn't you?
I got second on Orange Lake.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
So you're getting close to that number 1 spot.
Yeah.
It's gonna
I keep playing with it.
It'll break. You'll get one this year for sure. So, which next FKBT event are you looking forward to the most?
I didn't forget the schedule. I got so much going on.
So we got the North County Challenge. We got Tanner Rock, and Saddle Creek. Let me look at it real quick. Oh, it's up here. I got it right here. We got the South County Challenge. We got Headwaters Stick Marsh, and then South. Actually, I think that's wrong. Let me pull it up. Oh, it's right here.
I know. I like the Headwaters.
Yeah. So I actually want to talk about that for a minute. The Headwaters Stick Marsh. I posted something on our Facebook page for the Headwaters Hog Hunt. If you guys have never done that, it's a boat kayak. They have 2 different options, and I know Scott Gibbons does it, and a few other of our members do it. But this year, we're actually going to bring on the tournament director for Headwaters Hog Hunt and kind of pitch it. The South Bass region currently has their event scheduled for that on that same day as that hog hunt that's going on. So if they keep it, that'll be a good opportunity for a lot of you guys to double dip into that tournament as well and win some serious cash. So, and show the boaters what's up, that the kayaks can catch out there too. So, so next we have the North County Challenge. That's going to be on February 21st. So that's not the second Saturday of the month due to the Valentine's Day. So we moved it to the 21st. And then I believe we're also moving the March event as well because of anglers who are going to be competing in the Bass Nation event. So that schedule got published, after we had already done ours. But since a lot of our anglers are going and competing, both bass and FKBT, we're going to kind of hope. We've already determined that we were going to shift that event to the right a little bit so that folks can fish, just so folks can actually go and compete on the national level there. And then on April 11th, we have the Headwater Stick March event, which I'm super excited about. That's a really good time of the year to fish that body of water. So cool. Yep. Heck yeah. Well, Robert, I appreciate you. Got any sponsors you want to thank?
No.
Just yourself?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Anything else you'd like to share before we move over to Sam, the champ from Lake O?
No, I'm all good, man.
Hey, well, I appreciate you. I know you're probably tired from work and whatnot, so I don't want to keep you on here too long.
No, you're good.
I appreciate you, Robert, for hopping on. And if you'd like to stay on, you're more than welcome to. But
yes,
I'm going to move over to Sam here and talk a little bit with him, and we'll keep going. So, Sam,
awesome.
What's going on, man?
Not much. All right. So, yeah, I fished Okeechobee maybe 3 or 4 days since I've lived in Florida. It's pretty much always been terrible, so I didn't have high expectations. I didn't pre-fish. I think all the tournaments I've won, I didn't do any pre-fishing or maybe ever even seen the lake. So I've kept it that way because it's done me well. So, yeah, I figured of the 3 or 4 places I fished on the lake, the only one that I felt like I could do well in was the one from the Nation Championship, in which I only caught 2 fish day of the tournament. Both of them were decent, but I thought, maybe the right time of the year, be good staging. So yeah, I've thrown a jig for all my life, pretty much living up north. Most of the time it's flipping brush or dragging points or something like that, but it's all flipping down here. So
yeah,
when I came down last time to Okeechobee, I stopped in Fast Break Bait Shop, seen those Medlock jigs for the first time, picked one up. It's an amazing jig. I fished a lot of jigs. That thing's probably one of the best jigs I've ever thrown. So I kept that tied on. I went back to the same area, which was like out of Okeechobee, backside of that island. Threw a buzzbait and a fluke for about the first 20 minutes, just trying to locate fish. Nothing. So I just started flipping all the reed patches like they were brush piles. There's like 3 different types. There's like the flat reeds, and then there's real dark pencil reeds, kind of a light pencil reed, and then a mix. And I was just finding them in the dark pencil reeds. So once I caught maybe my first 2 or 3 fish there, I just check them kind of as I was going, and they all just seemed to be on the same patch, the same style reed. So I just started skipping the others and trying to cover as many of those types of reeds as I could, and they just happened to be in there. Every fish I caught, I hit it right on the head. I wasn't dragging the jig through the reed piles. I was just flipping edges and then flipping pockets and flipping openings. And yeah, every time I caught one, it was instant. Line started running, or it was an immediate thump, and that short distance battle was on. So I fished fairly clean, and I really got lucky. I didn't think I was going to do as well as I did, let alone win the tournament. So it's awesome.
Heck yeah. That's a heck of a day you had, man. 101 inches, right? 101 3/4 is what you ended up with. You broke the 100-inch mark. You did get a sticker, right? The 100-inch sticker?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's only, I believe, I have to go back and do the math. I have to go back and look at the stats, but we're right at 5 or just over 5 anglers that have in a tournament, a single day tournament that is kind of are caught 100 inches or more. So that's freaking awesome, man. And to do it on Lake O, a lake that you're not too familiar with or had luck with in the past is huge. So just know, going back out there again the next day, you probably would not caught a fish from what I've heard.
Probably.
That lake can be great to you one day and just freaking cut your throat the next. So, and real quick, can you share how long you been down in Florida fishing?
I moved here in February of 24. The first year was not good to me. I was like, man, maybe I'm not cut out to bass fish down here. Living up north, I kind of did a lot of shallow type fishing, and then I got into live scope and side scan and really got pretty good at that. So it was hard to adjust back to shallow water fishing. But This is probably my last FKBT event. I'm moving back up north, as I mentioned to the guys that were at awards. So I'll be back in Omaha. I'll probably fish the Kissimmee event. I might run up to Seminole, depending on whether I plan on leaving like February 22nd or 23rd. If it's a winter weather event on my way back, I might stick around a couple days and hit the North Challenge. If I can't, just make the 2-day drive. But yeah, this last year, I think I kind of got some stuff figured out and didn't put too much pressure on myself, and definitely didn't do any pre-fishing.
Yeah. Hey, well, I mean, sorry to hear that. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're going to Omaha. I'm sure it has work, family, what have you, right? So we're glad that you, in your time down here, your short time down in Florida, that you chose the FKBT and you fished with bass as well, from what I know, right? So you were able to learn. I'm sure you learned quite a bit, right, that you're going to take with you up there. So you're a little bit closer to where I am. I know we've been speaking offline too, right, back and forth. So we spoke. So if you're ever up near where I'm at when I get back get back in October timeframe, so it'll be winter. So give me a text. We'll meet up again. We'll go do some smallmouth fishing. So it'll be fun.
That'll be awesome.
So, but no, man, I safe travels. Hopefully you can stick around and fish a couple of the events. I know you'll do well if you end up fishing the Bassmaster there on Kissimmee. But I do want to bring up, while we're here, an opportunity that Sam introduced the club to, the FKBT to, over the past couple weeks. And he mentioned it a little bit at our last event, but it's the All-American Kayak Classic. That where anglers from the FKBT will have the ability to register and compete. So I do want to talk a little bit about that, and then we're going to bring on the tournament director for this series, or for this event, on the 22nd of January, and kind of talk with him about this and kind of how you can qualify for this event. So if you haven't heard of the event or what have you, I'll read the format out for you. It's 15 anglers from each from the club, right, in AOI. So 15 anglers from each Angler of the Year points race to compete in the Everhart's Outdoor Store All-American Kayak Classic. It's going to be held on May 1st and 2nd, I believe, of 2026 on Truman Lake in Missouri. It's a private lake, from what I've heard, right? There's no houses on that lake, correct, Sam?
Yeah, it's a state lake, but there's no residential properties on the shore.
Yeah, so it's a pretty cool event. I watched it last year. I watched their event unfold last year, which is pretty cool. It's paid out over $30,000 every year, with a $10,000 to the first place angler, or team too. There's a team and an individual aspect to it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, so the best 5 anglers. So say we send 15 anglers up to Missouri to go fish this event, right? Out of those 15 anglers that are going to be representing our club, in the team aspect of it, or club aspect of it, they're going to tally up our 5 best anglers' total inches, is what's going to determine, where our club would fall amongst that event. So there's an hourly big bass payout and raffles for this event as well. It says the best 5 anglers from each club or series will combine scores for a team total. The highest total wins the coveted club championship crown, which is pretty cool. That's just a little bit about it. I don't want to get too much into the weeds with it, but we are going to be able to send some of our top anglers up to that event. If they so choose to. We get 15 spots, and we're hoping, I know Sam said that he's going to be able to go out there and fish and represent the club, but if we can get more anglers, or if that's something you're interested in competing in, just reach out to me, and we'll get you in contact with the people you need to be in contact with to get you registered for that. So I know registration hasn't opened up yet, but we still got some time. But Granger said, will FKBT sponsor the travel? Unfortunately, I don't know if I'll be able to sponsor the travel, but I will look into seeing what I can do, not from a club standpoint, but probably I would love to see if we can get folks to go up there, if I could help in any way with some of the entry fee. If there's a team, I don't know how the entry fees are broken out or what have you, but that wouldn't come from the club or anything. That would be something I would potentially do to sponsor some of you guys to go up there and represent the club, because I think that's important. And I want sorry, Sam.
And I think we could probably, you know, gather up a few kayaks out of the couple clubs in Nebraska. I'm sure the boys in Missouri, you know, Everhart Outdoors and Eco Fishing Shop. Eco Fishing Shop blew up as like one of the biggest distributors of kayaks online right now, and they're based out of that area right there near Clinton. So I'm sure, you know, if it was more convenient for guys to ship some reels and rods and catch a flight, we could probably put you on the water.
Yeah, and Eco Fishing, they just did a humongous tournament, kayak tournament out of that same area right before the winter hit, and I think it had like over $30,000 and a crap ton of, you know, prizes and kayaks and money. It was insane. I think I don't want to speak on behalf of them, but if you ever you can look up the Eco Fishing kayak tournament that they just did. It was probably one of the biggest kayak tournaments that I've seen, with over 200 kayaks and huge payouts.
Yeah, they do the Big Bass 250 every October on Lake of the Ozarks, and they probably give away 6 or 8 kayaks and tons of money. I think the guys that win usually win about 15 grand because they get the total overall in the Big Bass. In my experience out there.
Yeah, it's insane, and it's absolutely beautiful. I was going to go and do that this year, but I had some work things come up to where I wasn't able to go. But I mean, if you guys ever get the opportunity to fish in that part of the country, definitely do it. It is definitely worth it, and the money is good as well. The return on investment, if you go out there and catch them, is good. And a lot of those lakes don't really get hit too much throughout the year because of the winter. So in the summertime, when the water isn't frozen, the fish eat. So it's always a good time up there. So in that part of the woods. But Sam, man, I appreciate you hopping on here as well. I know you're still probably at work. I do want to, before I let you guys go, I do want to pop up some things here. So I also want to, I don't want to forget Richard Bruce too. Richard Bruce had big bass for this event. So this is his first time cashing a check with the FKBT, and he was able to secure big bass with that 22-inch fish right there as well. So congratulations, Richard. Sorry that you couldn't be on here tonight, but we'll catch you again on another time. And then here we have Nicholas Feliciano. He was our little Debbie. We only had one submission this event, so let's hop on, make sure that we continue to submit those little Debbies. His was 11 1/4. So another thing here I just wanted to pop up here for you guys is the little banner. So congratulations again to you guys. And then here I do have just our little event payout breakdown that we do. So total payouts for that event based off of the 34 anglers was $1,700, which is, you know, good. We're trying to maximize the money coming in for these events and putting it back in your guys' pocket. We had $170 contributed to the lunker. So Dwayne Dwyer with his Orange Lake fish bass, the 25 or whatever it was, is still the current leader. And that pot is at $760. So Dwayne, you are still holding the hot seat there. And I just did these. I'm trying to do these little banners to kind of, you know, help you guys out and allow you to have it to share it on your social media if you so choose to. Before I let you guys go, though, I do want to bring up Angler of the Year. So sitting at the top for Angler of the Year is Blake Abbey with 400 total points. He has 4 limits reached, giving him an extra 40 points. So we got 4 anglers right now that have caught a limit out of in each event fished. So that just goes to show you the importance of catching a limit. And what that can do for you in Angler of the Year race. You're still not out of it. There's still plenty of events to go. One thing that I noticed where I failed miserably is I didn't put the positions 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th to the left of the column there. So I don't know exactly where everyone's at, but I'll leave it up here on the screen so you guys can see. And I'll do the second half of it there as well. So we got Fred Anderson at the top there with 100 125 points. So congratulations to you in the top 10. I do have, did I put it on here? I don't think I did. Let me find it real quick. I do want to go ahead and name off the top real quick. If you guys give me a second, my bad. If I can. Oh, well, I posted it on our Facebook page for those of you that are in the top 10. The one thing I would ask, I'm human. and I look at a computer screen a lot. So if I miss something, I really would like for you guys to go to this file that I published on Facebook. It's a PDF. Go there, double check that your points are accurate. If you catch a limit, you get an extra 10 points. I had Thomas Woodring help me build this Angler of the Year Excel sheet. But I'm a human and I have to put the numbers into it. So I might have missed something. I had Nicholas Feliciano reach out to me and say, hey, I'm not even on it. Right. So it's oversight on me. With Fishing Chaos, it took human error out of it because it did it automatically. So hopefully Tourney X will have an automated Angler of the Year tracker for next year. So take my error out of it. But again, just reach out to me. Let me know, hey, you messed up, you missed something. Or whenever things shift, you shift it from Z to A, it sometimes throws anglers total inches off and puts it somewhere else where it shouldn't be. So just do the due diligence there if you guys don't mind. And that goes for everyone. But also, too, what I would love to do at this time is I'm going to show you guys who's still watching or watching this after the fact, but to you guys as well, we just got our final mock-up for our Florida Kayak Bass Trail Championship Trophy. What this is going to be a 16-inch tall catch tri-wall trophy with a 5-inch custom topper on the top. So when you're looking at this, it's 16 inches. It's a behemoth of a trophy. And this is what it's going to look like for the upcoming season. So this is going to be what you are fishing for the championship. The two sidewalls there that you see are sides 2 and 3. Those are obviously showcase our club sponsors. And then there in the front, you can see something unique. We were trying to do something a little bit different. We didn't want to put our circle logo on there. We wanted to capture, since we are the Florida Kayak Bass Trail, we wanted to capture the state of Florida in there somehow. So the folks over at Catch kind of helped us come up with something that could help do that. So we're super excited with it. Hopefully you guys think it's something worth fishing for. I know generally we've done trophies like this for the championship. We wanted to kind of get away from that this year and do something unique. So first place is going to be going home with that custom trophy. And then second and third place, we're working with another company to do custom trophies for second and third, which we'll release those designs once we get them back from the person who's building them. And then obviously for Angler of the Year, this isn't the Angler of the Year trophy, but this is the style in which what you'll be getting. It's going to be customized for the club and whatnot. We're just, again, waiting. The guy who does those trophies is also active duty military. With current things going on in the world, it's making communications a little difficult. So we're waiting to hear back from him and making sure that he's going to actually be able to follow through with the things that we've talked about here in the past before the new year. So we're excited about the championship. We're excited about crowning that Angler of the Year as we bat in September. So we're going to hopefully you guys are just as excited for it. Angler of the Year, what we're still trying to do is we're still trying to get to that $2,000 to $2,500 payout as well, right? That's our goal for that. But again, it also include participation in our regular season events, money that is set aside or not used. The $5 per angler that goes toward admin fees. Once we get to like 25 anglers is when we're actually able to kind of set some of that money aside to go towards championship stuff. Once we cover all of the checks and giveaways and stuff that we do there, we're still able to set aside a little bit of money that helps kind of offset some of those trophy costs. But a lot of that stuff really just comes back after the taxes that we're able to purchase these trophies for. So, but we're excited for it. We'd love to get your guys' feedback. We can't make any changes to the trophy or we get charged. So hopefully you guys are okay with it. What are your guys' thoughts here, you three that I have on here? You think it's pretty cool?
Yeah, it's a good looking trophy.
Yep.
Yeah. I appreciate that. It took a lot of time back and forth, but we got to yes on it. So we're super stoked for it. And we got something pretty special that's going to be awarded to our top 25 challenge champion, Daryl Harrelson, February, March timeframe. So stick around for that. That's going to be awarded at one of the award ceremonies. I'm not going to give up what we're doing for that, but just know that you're going to want to get signed up for our top 26 challenge, because when that concludes next year, you can expect something pretty special there too, on the back end there. So we're excited about it, and looking forward to that. So if you haven't gotten signed up, Sam, you're more than welcome to still sign up, because that top 26 challenge is a nationwide tournament, meaning not nationwide for anybody to join. You have to be a club member, but for folks that travel around and fish all those national events with bass or what have you, different clubs, you can still submit those fish there to that as well, and be a part of that in that way if you'd like. So trying to be inclusive there. We had a lot of people give us feedback on that in years prior, so we're like, hey, if it's public, it's eligible, as long as you're fishing public water. So that's something you're interested in, get signed up for that. So again, Robert, Bobby, and Sam, I truly do appreciate you guys taking the time out of your Thursday to hop on and hang out with us. Again, congratulations on your fantastic day there on Lake O. Sam, safe travels, man. Good luck on Kissimmee. For Bobby and Robert, man, hope to see you guys at the North County Challenge. We've never fished that body of water before, so super excited to see how that goes. From what I've heard, it's a kayak track. There's no boats that really go out there, so super excited to see how you guys and the clubs end up doing there on the North County Challenge in Ocala. So, but you guys, fun. Yep, I'll let you guys go. I'll remove you guys from the stage. Hopefully I'll see you guys on here again throughout the remainder of the season. But good night. You guys have a good rest of your evening there.
Good night, everybody.
Sam, appreciate you guys. All right. So that was awesome. Thank you guys for hopping on. If you guys are sticking with us this long, I truly appreciate it. The support and the comments there is fantastic. Granger, reach out to me. I need to get in contact with you. I want to get some stuff ordered for the next couple of events. Life's been pretty hectic for me here in the beginning of 2026. So as things seem to get more steady and calm down a little bit, now I'm able to kind of connect to those dots that we spoke about there when I was down in Florida. So reach out to me, shoot me a text, and we'll get the ball rolling on that. But I'm super excited for the remainder of the year. I'm super excited to see how you guys enjoy the North County Challenge and exploring those new waters. Again, we are open to feedback from the members. Something that we are kind of is the building block of our club. We want to make sure that we're putting on these events that really, capture what it is that you guys as kayak anglers want in a club, because that it is what we are. We're a club. We are challenging the kayak bass fishing community norms by some of the things that we do and how we do things. And I know that's not for everyone. I know some people get turned away by that. And that's okay. Hopefully, as things evolve and the kayak fishing community continues to evolve, they'll look back and say, oh, FKBT was just kind of a little bit ahead of the curve. And if we can do that in a safe manner, then we're going to continue to do so, because, at the end of the day, we want to make this sport better. And continue to make it thrive, right? We don't want it to go stagnant and boring. So whatever we can do to spice things up and challenge and be different, bring your ideas to the table. They won't fall on deaf ears. So we truly appreciate you guys. You guys are what makes this club successful. It's not what I do or what anybody else does. It's you guys showing up and supporting and fishing these events. So please do so. Continue to come out, support the club. And we look forward to seeing you guys at the next one. I know it's going to be getting cold down there in Florida, so if you're out on the water this weekend trying to fish or pre-fish for any of the events, please be safe. Always, always, always wear your life jacket. Always follow those safety regulations that are put in place, not only for your safety, but so that you can get off the water and get back to your family, right? So that's the main thing that we want to see. So again, I truly appreciate you guys. Happy New Year. God bless and stay safe. And we will see you guys on the 22nd of January with a special guest to talk about the All-American Kayak Classic, I believe is what it is. So awesome. And we will see you guys then.